John Barbour is wrapping up his work tonight as our guest critic at large. He's been here for some 5 weeks, and now he joins us with some of his impressions and observations of that stay. John?
Thank you so much. Having worked for so many years on television in Los Angeles, I always thought it would be nice someday to be seen in Chicago, but not in person, especially in winter. 10 years ago, I was Dionne Warwick's opening act at Mr. Kelly's. The day we opened, there was a report they found a polar bear frozen to death at the Lincoln Park Zoo. They said it was a heart attack. I think the bear probably looked at the thermometer and committed suicide. Mr. Kelly's is gone now, but the zoo has a new polar bear. Chicago knows what the public wants. 1 year after Mayor Daley's death, somebody said it still seems to be true that if you die a Democrat in Chicago, you don't lose your right to vote. Crooks may still be involved with organized crime, but since being here, I've heard mostly about a few misfit cops and firemen being involved with disorganized crime. There were the couple of cops who helped hijack an armored car full of toll road receipts. Another was caught running a car-stealing ring. Perhaps he just towed them away after they were overparked and 2 months later still forgot to notify the owners. And on New Year's Eve, since firecrackers are illegal, some revelers celebrated by firing off handguns, wounding 5 people. Neighbors were afraid to call the police because they wanted to keep the number of wounded to a minimum. After a picture appeared in the Sun-Times of a fire insurance inspector taking a $10 payoff from the Mirage bar, Mayor Bolondic said after this they will work in pairs. One bar owner wondered if it meant it would now cost him $20. The wonderful thing about Chicagoans is you are more bemused than appalled by these antics. A corrupt public servant can provide you with as much entertainment as any accomplished performer. The only thing that upsets you is pettiness and phoniness. Chicagoans are outspoken without being rude, friendly without being familiar. You are a lively, lusty, practical lot who endorse anybody's efforts to get a larger hunk of cheese in the American rat race. You will applaud and support anything as long as you think it's the biggest and the best and you apply those standards. Be it a crook, the Sears Tower, a drunk, a steak, a financier, a movie star, scientist, brain surgeon, or athlete. Following a tradition established 50 years ago with literate, lively reporters like Ben Hecht and Charles MacArthur, the best, brightest newspaper writing in the country appears in Chicago's 3 dailies. The smartest, most astute TV criticism appears under the bylines of Gary Deeb and Frank Swertlow. At the LA Times, sports reporting looks more like press agentry, but not here. The day after I watched the LA Kings and the Blackhawks play a game slower than Barry Lyndon, what a pleasure to read Bob Verdi the next morning saying that both teams were outskated by the referees. Not only do you have the best in the country in this respect, but in Mike Royko, you have the best in the world. He has the genius of a Neil Simon and the social conscience of a Clarence Darrow, another Chicago boy. With so much red-blooded writing elsewhere, I thought the anemic film criticism with the 3 biggies in this town raving about Saturday Night Fever contrary to your character, till I realized it's in keeping with your character. To Chicagoans, make-believe is less important than life. It's nice if a movie is good, but you'd rather know, is the theater safe? The anchor people in this station, Fahey, Daly, Drury, and Murphy, are as appealing and as professional as any in the country, and a couple of the field reporters are also Irish. In one area in television, this city is way ahead of any other. No station here carries Merv Griffin or Mike Douglas. When it comes to encouraging the basic fundamental American characteristics of individuality and tolerance, New World originality and old country tradition, the practicality of the industrious and the dreaming of the artist, common sense and a sense of humor, Chicago is second city to none. Other cities may be friendly, but Chicago is a friend. Ah, gee. Like a true friend, sometimes you're imperfect, but you're never unfaithful, and I'll miss you.
John, thank you. Thank you for 5 weeks, and more than that, thank you for your friendship and sharing with us your talent, which is superb, and hopefully you'll come back and rejoin our friendship. Yeah, we'll warm it up. It gets better here in the summertime.
If the money is right.
You sound like a Chicago.